Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's we're going to hunt through, looking for those pesky little alphabet 10p's. Ideally, we want some 2019 ones. It's the only book we haven't filled before. We have got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, R, T, U, V and X, but some of these are so hard to find. Such low mintages that we started a second 2018 book. We're just missing two letters. We need the letter H and we need the letter T to finish off this book. So let's go to this bag, see if we can't drum up some of those we need. Okay, so we're going to be going through some comments left on my videos over the past few weeks, so a big thank you to everyone that does leave comments. If you do want your comment or question to appear on these, just leave it on a video. If you get a little heart and like from me, that means it's got into my question databank. This video is also going up on Christmas Eve, so exciting time. Obviously it's not Christmas Eve as of recording, although it's rapidly approaching. I do want to wish you all a very happy Christmas. I hope you have a fantastic day and get loads of wonderful goodies for Christmas and potentially some coins and stuff. Oh, there we go! Z for Zebra Crossing. What year is this going to be? If this is a 2019, I'm going to get very excited. Oh, it's a 2018. So not the 19, but still absolutely phenomenal. So, John Tate says, "Hi, I received my new 50p from the Royal Mint today with Charles III. It's undated. Are they supposed to be undated?" This baffles me. It really does. So the date on the Memorial 50p is on the reverse at the bottom either side of the leak. Not all coins have the date on the obverse. Sometimes it's on the reverse, and it is definitely there. Patrick Woods, one of my favourite commenters, says, "What do penguins wear on their heads?" Ice caps. Well, there we go. This is a Christmas cracker joke for Christmas Eve. I do actually have a Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. It's a family tradition, but there we go. So, Tolkien says, "Germany did have a personification in human form, that being Germania." I did pose that question to Mike, didn't I? What was the German equivalent of Britannia? And he said the eagle is what it was. So thank you for that. Patriot Nick, or Patriot Nick. Christopher, that squeaky chair needs some coins thrown at. I know it's not doing it now. It's oh, there we go. It is a bit noisy, a bit, yeah. But I really like the chair. I haven't had it all that long, to be fair, but it's comfortable, it's small. The previous chair I had was this giant cumbersome thing I was very glad to get rid of, but maybe I'll change it at some point. Andrew Stedman says, "The Memorial Collection does feel like a bit of a commercial Royal Mint money-making scheme. I can't justify the £75 for the same coins again. I do look at my collection, most bought from the Royal Mint over the years, and wonder how much value I actually have lost over the price I have paid. I don't dare add it up, as I'm sure that would make me cry." So yes, there does seem to be, in the last 12 to 18 months, a big move towards Privy marked coins, which prior to that wasn't a massive thing. We had the odd things that had a Privy mark on it, but that was normally in addition to the coin being quite unique. So for instance, in 2019 the Privy marked 50 pence, but that you weren't buying that because of the Privy mark. It was different. It wasn't just the Privy mark that's different. The Britannia hadn't been minted as a design for many years, so that was quite a special returning to it for that occasion. But with the 40 years of the 20p collection, with some of the 25 years of the £2 collections, and then with this memorial set, it is getting a bit what I'd much rather they did with Privy marks would be to put them on brilliant uncirculated coins, put them on strike your owns, because it then differentiates those coins somewhat, and I think that would help them with sales as well. If you have the amount of people I've seen that won't buy a coin because they can find it in circulation, the Privy mark makes that something unique, and it's not you're not just putting Privy marks on something that is quite ordinary just to then mark it up and sell it. But I totally get what you mean. £75 for the set. I don't think the pricing is unreasonable for that set, given the cost of a definitive set plus 2 of those commemorative coins as well. The costing to me isn't the problem, but I see what you're coming from. I think that it's a very fine line that they need to be very mindful of, because it could just totally turn people off the coin collecting if they feel like you've got to buy, like with the Music Legends collection, the original ones that had 5 different packagings on the same coin, and as a bit of a completionist collector you had to buy all 5. And then when the Elton John one came out, and then when, what was the one after that, David Bowie came out, I bought 15 bunk £5 coins that were 3 different designs. So yeah, I think they need to be mindful, but I'm fairly confident that if they were to start minting Privy marked things to the masses, it wouldn't be long before people start voting with their wallets. Because there were things like on the Commonwealth Games, the 4-5p coins, that was a series where the Privy mark, I think, really added to that. It added the uniqueness of the different parts of the UK into that set, so I had no problem with those ones. I think Privy marked where it matters, not just Privy marked to make something buyable because morons like me have to have them in my collections. So yeah, in terms of how much you've lost in terms of stuff you bought new from the mint and what it's worth now, I dread to think the way I rationalise it, I don't buy things as an investment. My collection isn't something that I want to cash out of at any point. Have no plans to do so, have no plans to sell it as a retirement investment or whatever. My collection will be an inherited problem to whoever inherits my collection. So I'm in a similar way. In fact, it would be interesting to see how much I've lost on my brand new bought raw mint stuff and how much I've gained on stuff I've taken out of circulation through the coin hunts. That would be more interesting than just to cry over how much milk I've spilled. David Taylor says, Christopher, I'm curious to know how little is the Little Oddities box? It seems to hold a lot of coins. Is it about the same size as the Raw Mint long store room? So yeah, it used to just be, I don't have one of the little boxes, it used to be just a little box, a tiny little box that had an assortment of coins. I put them into flips, and it's this. I use these A4 trays. They're the size of an A4 piece of paper, just a bit deeper than a coin flip, so they all sit lovely in there, and it's probably coming on to half full now, so it's not unbelievably full, but it's when I sort through it, I think, what a weird selection of things that I've got here. If I was to bury this as a time capsule and someone was to dig it up, they think, what on earth is going on here? Because you've got things like my fried egg era, which is a really cool era coin, amazing, one of the nicest things I've ever found. Some rotation errors that are quite drastic, some double die obverses, and then you've just got coins that have been beaten up or had stickers on it, or little plastic Diamante kind of things, or elements, whatever it was that I found on like last week's 10p coin hunt. So it's such a wide variety of weird stuff that I couldn't figure out where and the fake coins as well, all those fake £2 coins in there too, so I couldn't figure out, it feels like I should split it somehow, but I can't quite figure out in my head how I want to split it, because it's the argument of that fine line of if you set a rule, if you set a rule that's based on a subjective thought, so the same as like when I'm looking at a coin that's just been damaged, whether I think it's interesting enough to go into my oddities box or not will vary very much, or what mood I'm in when I find it. So there's a similar thing with the oddities box as to how to split it. I don't think there's a need to split it at the moment though, so anyway, moving on. Robert's Coin Adventures, my good friend and fellow coin tuber, says the next Strike Your Own could be the new £1 with the new design on it. Could be. I still am of the impression and thought, this is again with no other knowledge than any of you, unless you have extra knowledge, and then let me know. I think it's going to be something from the commemorative annual set that's coming out, because that comes out on the 3rd, Royal Mint tours begin on the 7th, so my initial thought was it's going to be a Britannia £2 coin, because nothing would have come out by then, but now having learned that this is the case, I think it'll be one of those. there's more often a 50p than a £2 in terms of what the striker in is, but yeah, could be that. Stephen Morrison will go for one last question. Says, do you ever think you will see yourself on a coin? Oh, did you ever think you would see yourself on a coin one day? Lol. So that is a joke at at the expense that I look somewhat like Harry Potter, which is, it may surprise you, is not news to me. In fact, previously, a couple of years ago, when I used to work at TSB Bank, on my walk to work, I got told one morning that I looked like Harry Potter by no less than 3 people. I was like, great. Because before moving to Royal Wootton Bassett for my job at the Britannia Coin Company, living in Basingstoke, it was pretty much guaranteed every day someone would tell me that I looked like Harry Potter, or you could tell by people pointing over and then another person looking, that someone saying, oh, look at him, doesn't he look like Harry Potter? And so yes, I must admit, it doesn't faze me. He's not a bad looking guy. I'd rather have his money than his looks, but there we go. In terms of do I think I would ever see myself on a coin, I think this is probably, the Harry Potter 50p is probably the closest I will ever get to being on a coin. I think if you look at the caliber of people that have been honoured on our coinage, if you look at the caliber of people who haven't yet made it onto coinage, I think there's a fractionally above 0% chance that would ever happen. And I'm not sure I'd want to be either, being a coin collector. If it ever came to the case, if I did something extraordinary to warrant being memorialised on a coin, that's the problem. It's memorialising people. People don't get put on coins whilst they're still alive, unless I become a music legend. Then maybe. So maybe that is going to be plan A for getting on a coinage. I need to form a band and become a music legend, and then I might get put on a coin before I die and get to collect it and enjoy it. So let me know in the comments what part of my band you would like to be. Are you a keyboardist? Are you a maraca shaker? Can you be the singer that we need? So yes, applications down in the comment section. And with that being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, a good and varied result. We have got 2 from Guernsey, the little tomatoes, Jersey as well, 2 kunas, that's 4 kuna, and a Moroccan, is it 1 dirham? Oh, I don't know. And then Z for zebra crossing, my least favourite one to find because I can't get into focus. Because I pronounce it differently. Yes, I'm half Canadian. Deal with it. It's 2018, so not a new one for the book sadly, but always happy to find an alphabet 10p. Well, let me know down in the comments, how has your luck been with your coin hunts over the past week? There's links as well in the description to my coin collecting Discord server, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the new PO box just you can write into, and of course the Britannia Coin Company who I work for, making videos for them, so please do check them out. All it leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!